What's up, everyone? Welcome to another prediction from the Wizard. Today I'm bringing you predictions and analysis for our big Sunday. A really interesting lineup with great matches and good opportunities. I'm going to bring you a lot of games, goal averages, corners, cards, handicaps. Everything you're entitled to and used to here on the channel. If you like it, just leave a like. It helps me a lot. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. No notifications missed, all right? That's all for the announcements. Enough talk, enough stalling. Roll the intro. Let's analyze the games for our beloved Sunday. All right, folks, as usual, I'm going to quickly bring you over to our spreadsheet to show the results we had on Friday. A Friday with 17 predictions, 12 wins, and 5 losses. This is the result we obtained, and I'm showing it to you here. Oh, Leo, I want to look at this spreadsheet a little more calmly without getting too you pass by very quickly. The link is in the video description, okay? For anyone interested, just click on the description and you'll see the result. Today is Saturday and there's already a Flamengo game on. Speaking of Flamengo, guys, look what I got. I have to show you this, guys. I'm even going to put it on the main screen because I really have to show this. Just look at this, guys. It's simply the jersey from the Libertadores final, autographed by the main players. Here are the signatures of Felipe Luis, Arrascaeta, Pedro. Anyway, just so you can take a look. I don't know if the image will come out very well, but that's it, guys. There it is. I'll move on and it's going up on the wall. You know that there's usually a frame back there. I'm going to frame it because it's not every day you get a jersey like this, right? In 10, 15, 20 years. The memory I'm going to have of this Copa Libertadores final with this jersey is going to be worth a lot, really a lot, okay? Not just as a keepsake, but also in terms of money. But anyway, guys, let's get to the predictions for our beloved Sunday, which is what really matters to us. Let's go. So, starting with the first match here in the Premier League. At 11 in the morning, we have Crystal Palace facing Manchester City. Crystal Palace hasn't been doing very well. They're coming off a home run of 2 losses, 1 draw, and 2 wins. City, on the other hand, has a better away record, 3 wins and 2 losses. The best option here for me is over 1.5 goals. City averages a total of 3.1 goals per game, and Crystal Palace, counting both goals scored and conceded, averages 2.3 per match. There's a high chance of that happening in this game. If you look at the last games, Crystal Palace had over 1.5 goals in 4 out of 5, and for City it was over 1.5 goals in all of them. Over 1.5 goals with odds of 1.23. For me, that's interesting. For corners, I'm going with over 6. In Crystal Palace's last 5 games, 4 of them had over 6 corners. And for City, it's the same thing. In the last 5, it happened 4 times. So I believe at least 7 corners are possible in this match. As for cards, I'm going with under 6. The referee's average isn't high, it's 3.6, and the team's overall average is about the same. So I think it's going to be a calm game in terms of cards. After that, also in the Premier League, at the same time, 11 in the morning, we have Nottingham Forest in 17th place, facing Tottenham in 11th. Take a look at Nottingham's home form and Tottenham's away form. Tottenham is a team I just can't trust, especially away from home. They've had 3 losses, 1 draw, and 1 win in their recent form, playing away. Nottingham Forest at home has 3 wins, 1 draw, and just 1 loss. They're in 17th place. For me, it's also an interesting game for over 1.5 goals. Why? Let's take a look. So you can see that I really look for value for you. In 4 out of Nottingham Forest's last 5 games, the over 1.5 goals bet came through. The only one it didn't hit was against Wolverhampton, which ended 1-0. And as for Tottenham, the over 1.5, both at home and away. In the last 5 matches, it hit in all of them. 3-0, 2-0, 2-2, 2-1, 5-3. For me, this is a game with a very high likelihood of at least 2 goals. Just look at the probability. Here is the average for you to use as a reference. The team's total average. It's above 3. So there's no way I can go for an underline here. Over 1.5 goals. Paying 1.34. I'd be crazy not to take it. That's all I have to say to you. That's my take. I'm going for over 7. In 4 out of the last 5 games for Nottingham Forest, there were more than 7. And for Tottenham, 5 out of 5. In the last 5 games. They went over that line. Now, regarding cards, I'm going for both. Each team gets a card, 1 card for each side. Considering the team's average, which is almost 2 cards per game, it ends up having even more value because of the importance of the match. So both teams will get a card. After that, we continue with the Premier League at 11 a.m. We have Sunderland facing Newcastle. Sunderland is a team that's been giving quite a headache to a lot of teams, okay? They're playing well. They come from 3 draws and 2 wins in the race at home. Newcastle comes from 3 losses, 1 win, and 1 draw. This is a match with 2 options that I think are very valid. The first is an Asian handicap of plus 1.5. For Sunderland, if you look at their home games here, beat Bonnerman 3-2, drew with Arsenal, who are playing top-notch football in the Premier League, it was 2-2, drew 1-1 with Everton, faced Wolverhampton and won 2-0, played Aston Villa and drew, Brentford was 2-1, and so on. It's a team that's playing good football, especially at home. The Asian handicap plus 1.5, we're still giving them an advantage. They can win, they can draw, and they can even lose the game by up to 1 goal and we still win. We only lose if they lose by 2 goals or more. That's a scenario I don't see happening with Sunderland playing at home. How much is that handicap paying? 1.23. Asian handicap over 1.5. The other option would be both teams to score. Here we have 2 teams with a very good probability of both scoring. At least 1 goal from each side is very possible. The odds for that are 1.75. And here's where I see value in the odds. So, the risk versus return for me in this scenario is worth it. If anyone wants to go for both teams to score at 1.75, you can do it. For corners, I'm going for over 7. In 4 out of 5 Sunderland games, it hit. And 5 out of 5 for Newcastle. It happened in the last ones too. So, over 7 in total. And for cards, both teams to get 1. I really believe in at least 1 card for each side. Let's take a quick look now at Serie A in Italy because we have Fiorentina facing Verona. The 20th place team facing the 19th. A real bottom of the table clash, as I would say. But Verona, when playing away, is a team that hardly beats anyone. And Fiorentina, at home, I believe won't let this opportunity slip by. Double chance for Fiorentina. The odds here are 1.24. Excellent. And I'll explain the reasons why. Take a look at Fiorentina's home record in the last 5 games. They played Sassuolo and lost 3-1, played Atalanta and lost 2-0, played AEK and Tens and lost 1-0, and drew 1-1 with Juventus. If you look at the last 5 games, you'll see they faced some really tough opponents in the Italian Championship, obviously, right? This game against AEK and Tens doesn't count, and this game against Dinamo Kiev doesn't count either. But the games against Sassuolo, Atalanta, and Juventus are 3 tough opponents. So Fiorentina is having trouble winning because they're also only facing tough teams. They're going to play Verona. And Fiorentina is playing at home. So for me, the best scenario really is this double chance. Double chance is paying 1.24 odds. For me, it's worth it. Corners. I picked this out for us. Under 13. That hit in the vast majority of these teams' games. These are teams that produce few corners. And for cards, over 3. It's an important match, a direct clash between 2 teams that are neck and neck in the standings. So I'm going to take a risk on over 3. At least 4 cards have to happen. After that, also at 11:30, most of Sunday's games are in the morning, guys. So make sure you wake up early, okay? Brasilia time, right? For those watching from outside the country in English or Spanish, check your local game time zones, okay? But here in Brazil, most of the games are in the morning. We have Freiburg facing Borussia Dortmund. Great match. Freiburg is in 9th place. Dortmund is in 3rd. They're actually doing well away from home. They've only had 1 loss, 2 wins, and 2 draws. Freiburg is coming off 5 wins in a row. It's a very interesting scenario. I really believe in an over 1.5 goal scenario. That's an option that, for me, is really, really worth it. Look at the team's average goals. It's very, very interesting. I believe in this scenario. 2 goals in the match at odds of 1.27. I'm going to go for it. Corners, over 7. In Freiburg's last 5 out of 5 games, it hit. And in Dortmund's last 4 out of 5 games, it happened too. So, over 7. As for cards, I'm going for under 7 in total. A calm game. If you look at the team's averages, it's low. The total average is close to 3 cards, so under 7. We have a very interesting margin for error. Leo, I think the odds are too low. Here's what you do, my grasshopper. Take a lower line. Under 6 cards, you'll take a lower line, but with higher odds, okay? I also see value in under 6. Now let's move on to the games that, by the way, we have the 1.5 Bayern Munich facing the Mainz team. Look at the streak. That's all I'm going to say. Just that. Bayern Munich, 5 wins in a row, playing at home. Mainz, 4 losses and 1 draw away from home. Odds for Bayern are crushed. Odds for goals are crushed. The best option is an over 2.5. Bayern's total average is 4.5. More than 2.5 goals in this game, look, at 1.25 odds. For a betting slip, that's going to be my recommendation. Over 2.5 in this game. Corners, I'll be straight, there isn't. Why would I complicate things here? For corners, I'm going with under 13. In Bayern Munich's last 5 games, this under 13 hit. And in 4 out of the last 5 games for Mainz, it was also under on corners. So I'm going with under 13 in total. Cards, simply more. Cards away. For Mainz to get more cards than Bayern Munich in the game. Let's go back to the Premier League, because in the afternoon, we have Brentford facing Leeds United. 16th place facing 14th. Brentford is coming off a good run at home. That's 4 wins and just 1 loss. Leeds is struggling away. That's 4 losses and 1 win in the league. Honestly, I think this is a game for over 1.5 because the team that's doing better is playing at home. And the average isn't bad. Brentford's average is 3.7 total and Leeds is 3.0. Over 1.5 really excites me. I see a lot of value in this scenario. Over 1.5, paying 1.30. For corners, I'm going for over 6. We also have a good corner option here. This over 6 hit in 5 out of the last 5 Brentford games. And for Leeds, 3 out of 5. I believe it's a match for at least 7 corners. As for cards, I'm going for over 2. We have a referee who averages 4.5 total. And the teams here, they both average above 3. At least 3 cards is what I need. That they keep up their average. That's all I'm asking for. Just that. Now let's move on to the Real Madrid game, guys. We have Deportivo Alaves facing Real Madrid. Alaves in 11th place facing Real Madrid in 2nd place. The Alaves team is coming off a run of just 1 home defeat, while Real Madrid has 3 draws and 2 wins away from home. A lot of people are going for a straight Real Madrid win, but I would only take it live. Leo, in the afternoon, I'm just going to relax at home. I'll watch this real game to try and catch the win. Awesome. That's the best of the best options. Take it to the live betting and maybe go for the straight Real Madrid win during the match. Before the match, I don't really trust it. No. I just don't trust it. The best option here for me is to go for 2 goals in the game because Alaves could score as well. If you look here, their average is 2.0. But they only produce 1.2 goals per game. They might end up scoring. Only 20% of the games. They can't manage to score a goal. So out of 10 games, they only failed to score in 2. The rest, they scored. Same thing with Real Madrid. 20%, they don't score. I believe in this scenario. For an over, the odds for a personalized ticket are 1.27 for this option. For corners, it's over 7. In total, 3 out of 5 Alaves games hit, and for Real Madrid, 4 out of 5. It's over 7 cards. Both teams get at least 1 card each side. I think it's very, very likely. And to wrap up, we have the 2 Copa do Brasil matches. In the semi-final, Corinthians faces Cruzeiro. This is the first match, and simply, Corinthians won 1-0 with a controversial goal by Memphis Depay. But they really only checked after the game ended that it was a controversial play because during the match itself, it didn't seem like the ball had hit Memphis Depay's arm. But anyway, Corinthians won 1-0, and now Cruzeiro will have to chase the result. For me, it's a very good match for under goals, just like the first one. Under 3.5, that really appeals to me. How much is it paying, Leo? 1.21 for the ticket, a match for up to 3 goals. I see value in it, and I'll leave it as a recommendation. For corners, it's over 7. The first match had more than 10, just so you have an idea, but I'm taking it easy. I'm going for over 7. If you want to go for over 8, over 9, that's at your own risk. But I do see value in it, just to be clear. For cards, I would go for over 4 cards in the match. It has all the makings of an aggressive game. The first game wasn't good because the referee was too lenient with the cards, but this one has too many features for a card. I can't specify under here. That's more than 4 cards in total. And finally, we have Fluminense and Vasco too. That's another game in the Copa do Brasil semi-final. Vasco who turned it around, right? Fluminense started the game winning, and Vasco turned the score around. It ended 2-1. This game here has everything to be on fire. It's a great game for us to watch. Recommendations under 3.5. Could I get myself in trouble? I could. But I think Vasco will hold on. They'll try to hold on and take advantage of the counterattacks. The average of the teams is interesting for this. If you look here, less than 3.5 has an 85% probability. A very good probability. with the exchange rate currently at 1.25. Less than 3.5 goals. Price quote 1.25. For corner kicks, Leo. More than 7. He won the first game also with ease. And cards, more than 4. Everything points to this being a game with a lot of fouls as well. Alright, guys. So that's what I, Léo Freitas, would bring for you to operate pre-live on our beloved Sunday. Be cautious. That's what I ask from you, please. I'm simply here sharing my studies and my analyses. Does it mean that everything I'm bringing will happen? No, because I don't have a crystal ball, even if it might look like it, for example, back there. I don't have one. So I work with analysis, probability, and numbers. Is there a very high chance of it happening? Yes, there is. But that doesn't mean we're going to get every prediction right. So pick the ones you feel most confident about. I really like that prediction of yours, Leo. I'm going to do it. All right? Man, Leo, that game there, in my opinion, you went way off in your analysis. I don't agree. Don't do it. All right? That way, later on, you avoid cursing me for no reason, as if I had put a gun to your head to make you do something. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm simply sharing my analyses with you, okay? Before I go, I'm going to share my ready-made ticket bet, which will be as follows. Over 1.5 goals in the Manchester City game, over 6 corners in this game, and under 5.5 cards. In other words, under 6 cards, so at most there can be 5. This game gives odds of 1.73. That's my take. Is it a bingo, Leo? No bingo. Pinned comment is already set for you guys, alright, my friends? God bless you all. I hope I was helpful, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Big hug. We're in this together. See you next time. Thanks, everyone.